Myself, Evaneshri from Department of Commerce. In this, I am going to explain about Consumer Protection Act 2019 and its historical background, UN guidelines and laws dealing with consumer complaints. Introduction to Consumer Protection Act 2019. The Consumer Protection Act 2019 was enacted to protect the interest of consumers and establish authorities for timely and effective settlement of consumer disputes. It replaced the older Consumer Protection Act 1986. It safeguards the buyers of goods and services, ensures fair trade practices, protects against exploitation, promotes consumer awareness and rights. Historical background of consumer protection laws in India. Consumer protection in India evolved gradually due to increased trade, industrialization, and consumer awareness. Early laws before 1986. Before specific consumer protection laws, consumers relied on general laws such as Sale of Goods Act 1930, Indian Contract Act 1872, Prevention of Food Adulteration Act 1954, Essential Commodities Act 1955, Monopolies and Restrictive Trade Practice Act 1969. These laws protected consumers indirectly, but they were complex and time consuming. And also, it includes Arthashastra, ethical trade practices, etc. Consumer Protection Act 1986. To provide simple and quick justice, the government enacted the Consumer Protection Act 1986, which introduced consumer courts and recognized six consumer rights. Later, due to technological and market changes, it was replaced by 2019 Act. Need for Consumer Protection Act 2019. Growth of e-commerce, misleading advertisements, stronger enforcement required, replaced CPA 1986. Objectives of Consumer Protection Act 2019. Protect consumer rights, establish Consumer Protection Act, prevent unfair trade practices, provide compensation and penalties. Key features of Consumer Protection Act 2019. Central Consumer Protection Authority, product liability, e-filing of complaints, mediation, covers e-commerce. United Nations and Consumer Protection. UN Guidelines 1985, revised in 1999 and 2015. Promote global consumer rights, encourage fair business practices. Influence of UN on India. Inspired Consumer Protection Act 1986. Right to safety, right to information, right to choose, right to be heard, right to redressal, right to consumer education. Consumer rights under Consumer Protection Act 2019. Protection against hazardous goods, right to be informed, right to access goods and services, right to redressal, right to awareness. Let's see what are the laws dealing with consumer complaints. Consumer Protection Act 2019, Indian Contract Act 1872, Sales of Goods Act 1930, Legal Metrology Act 2009, Food Safety and Standards Act 2006. Redressal mechanism under Consumer Protection Act 2019. District Commission, State Commission, National Commission, online complaint filing, mediation cells. Role of Consumer Protection Act. Protect consumer rights, investigate unfair trade practices, recall unsafe goods, penalize misleading advertisements. Conclusion. Consumer protection laws in India evolved from general trade laws to specialized legislation like Consumer Protection Act 1986 and 2019, influenced by international initiatives like the United Nations Guidelines for Consumer Protection. These laws ensure fair trade practices, consumer rights, and effective grievance redressal mechanisms, and also strengthen consumer rights, adapts to digital economy, ensure transparency and accountability, empowers consumers in India. Thank you.